Meteorologist Matthew East here with you in the Weather on the Ones Forecast Center. This is the Friday edition of the Carolina Weather Video here. This Friday after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving day and our holiday weekend continuing. It'll be a pretty quiet holiday weekend overall, but things get pretty active and pretty interesting as we get into next week and beyond. So let's get into it here in today's edition of the video. This is the national radar this Friday morning just after 5 o'clock. A lot of action off to our north and northeast and in the North Carolina mountains, even though you don't see much showing up. There's snow flying this morning. This will be a pretty good snow event for interior New England and down into the mountains of the Virginias. And that system pulling away. It was pretty interesting around here yesterday. We had rain, thunder, lightning in some spots, some hail in some spots. Pretty dynamic system to pull through on Thanksgiving Day. High temperatures today are going to be cooler. We're talking Friday highs, lower side of the 50s in most spots. It'll be a breezy day as well, so wind chill values in the 40s all day long. So it's going to be a cool day overall as this trough dives into the eastern part of the United States. Already, though, energy building on the west coast. That's next week's system. I'll show you that here coming up. Today, there's the breezy conditions. Notice the packing of the isobars showing those gusty winds mainly out of the west-northwest today. Could gust 25, 30 miles an hour times in the Piedmont. Mountain wind gusts 50 or 60 miles an hour today. So very windy North Carolina mountain day. Beautiful weekend weather. High pressure building in from along the Gulf Coast. Sunny for our Saturday. Highs upper 50s to around 60 and then up into the 60s for Sunday with a lot of sunshine, although we will begin to see some high thin cirrus clouds moving in. And then we get to next week, and really, it's a complex system of the modeling in pretty good agreement through around Wednesday or Thursday of next week. This is Monday off the GFS, 0Z run of the GFS, the parallel run of the GFS, and what once looked like it might be one big consolidated system moving through early in the week is now going to come through in two pieces. First, the upper trough swings in, the northern branch trough, and that'll drive a cold front through Monday, so it looks like some showers a good bet Monday. Probably a break in the action here on Tuesday as the other piece of this system begins to organize and lift our way, and that'll pull through mainly Wednesday into Wednesday night. So it looks like a pretty good shot of some chilly rain Wednesday and there into Wednesday night as well. Now notice the surface low position here on the GFS. You have that broad low from Georgia up through the Carolinas. Let's check a couple of the other models here. This is the European model, and while it's a little slower, you get the same general idea. Cold air damming here. This low pressure area moving in. Canadian for Wednesday evening, much the same. Low pressure not far from northeastern Alabama, not far from Chattanooga, moving into that cold air damming regime here in the Carolinas. So the result here is going to be, it looks like a chilly rain Wednesday and Wednesday night. Warm enough for, it looks like all liquid precip with that system Wednesday, but I still think this system is going to set the stage for some pretty interesting weather as we go on into the month of December, deeper into the month of December. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let's quickly go out to the GFS here. There goes that system pulling away off the coast. Lots of cold air behind it. Now, again, this is the 8 to 10 day average of the 500 millibar charts. European model on the left, GFS model on the right. And while there are some differences, the main feature I think to key on here, big ridge up into western Canada. And undercutting beneath that on both models, you have another branch of the jet stream. So this is a split flow pattern. Big trough driving cold air down from Canada, and that other branch bringing in storm systems occasionally. That is an overall good setup for some wintry weather across the eastern and southern part of the country. Let me show you the past couple of runs of the European out to the end of the run, 240 hours. So this is all the way out to this chart is Sunday morning, the 6th at 7 o'clock in the morning. Huge high amplitude ridge in the western, near the west coast of North America. Lots and lots of cold air in the eastern U.S. That was the 12Z European yesterday. Here's the 0Z today. While the details are different, you still see huge amplitude ridge and lots of cold air around. So it sure looks like that's where the pattern's headed. So let me show you just the latest run of the GFS here, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. This is Saturday evening, the 5th. One storm system moving by. And we go out a few more days. This is Wednesday evening, the 9th. Another storm system pulling through, lots of cold air around, and finally out at the end of the run, Thursday evening, the 10th. A lot of cold air around, and you sure get the idea. We're heading into that colder pattern. There'll be an active southern branch of the jet stream, and it sure looks like it's going to be a cold and occasionally stormy pattern in December. So I have no changes to the ideas I've been laying out here, that December looks like a colder and relatively stormy month with higher than normal chances of some wintry precip across the southeast. Should be an interesting weather month. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Next edition of the video will be Monday morning. Have a great weekend, and God bless.